Councilman Ravi Bhalla, who seeks re-election on Mayor Dawn Zimmer's ticket on November 5th, was put on the hot seat last night as a resolution sponsored by Councilwomen Beth and Theresa Castellano alleged that Bhalla's employment at a new law firm created a conflict of interest with the city of Hoboken. According to the resolution, which was tabled by Council President Peter Cunningham, Bhalla's involvement with the law firm Florio Perucci Steinhardt and Fader LLC is a violation of local ethics laws since the firm has contracts with the city of Hoboken. HCTV got the perspectives of Mason and Castellano on the matter, with Mason calling Cunningham's written defense of the matter a cover-up.
The situation is that Councilman Bhalla was apparently negotiating with a very large law firm that the city employs, the city vendor, while he has been sitting as a council member. And that's a conflict of interest. And so we want to ask the question, when did he start to discuss his employment with this firm? And, at what point did that start and the circumstances under which that took place?
Now, you were going to present a resolution, but Council President Peter Cunningham said that that could lead to some litigation against the board. What was your reaction to his rebuttal?
It's a cover-up. Look, if there's no problem, let's do the investigation. And ask the questions. If there is an issue, then bring it on. This is about finding out the truth. That's what the public deserves, is the truth from its elected representatives.
Now, he's saying that Councilman Bhalla didn't start at this law firm until August of this year, and then on the vote to pay the vendor bills last month, he recused himself. So do you know that to be true, or you don't know, or what's your understanding of that information?
That may be true. We do a lot of claims on the bills for months. But the challenge is if anybody thinks that somebody negotiates a partnership agreement of a $100,000 plus job with a major firm, and it's only a 2-week deal, I think that is very suspicious and deserves an answer for the public to know. Was that the case? Not? When did the conversation start? Because there's contracts all over. These are no big contracts. So what's the deal?
And to your knowledge, how long has this law firm had a contract with the city of Hoboken?
Oh, I'd have to go back. We have $2 million in legal expenses for this city, which is outrageous in its own right. So to this specific firm, I'd have to actually go back and look. I'm sure you can get that under the Open Public Records request if you wish.
I have to say, this is a long history with Councilman Bhalla. He's got several ethics violations. One, he's been found guilty, one pending, one that he represented Mayor Zimmer on a personal issue and never disclosed. He was a personal attorney and never disclosed it. He's got a litany of unethical behavior. And this is just one more that's added to the list.
Council President Cunningham said that in his response that this would lead to litigation against the board and you guys didn't do your homework, and as a matter of fact, that Councilman Bhalla was hired in the firm in August. He recused himself of the vote on bills in September, and that's basically means there's no issue. So what's your reaction to the response that he gave?
I think that in the 39-page resolution that I guess Councilman Cunningham did not read, would have explained it to him. And Council President Cunningham says a lot of things that are false and erroneous. He's been caught many times.
Could you give us some details about, in those 39 pages, what's discussed, what sorts of background, what sorts of details back up and corroborate what you were saying with the proposed resolution?
Well, I can't go through the 39 pages. But
right, just briefly.
There are dates and times. He did abstain on some of these issues. I think he voted on one issue, and we don't know how long back, and this is what the resolution asks. What is the history? Were you conversing with this firm in January to get a position? Those positions don't happen overnight. You have to be interviewed. What was the process? When did you start being interviewed by that firm? That would determine when he should have been recusing himself all along. And we don't get that answer because that was the crux of the resolution.
HCTV obtained the accompanying documentation that went along with the resolution, including a violation against Bhalla from the Department of Community Affairs Local Finance Board, media reports, and the DCA's laws on attorneys and conflicts of interest. Later, Cunningham addressed the matter during the council meeting before the public portion of the meeting began, citing what he believed to be a number of inaccuracies presented in the initial resolution. HCTV will also post Cunningham's response to the resolution in question and let the viewers decide who was right and who was wrong in this emotionally charged situation as Election Day nears.
The resolution also claimed that Ravi authorized payments while a member of the firm. That too is false. Councilman Bhalla never made, he actually abstained from all votes pertaining to costs pertaining to this firm, not only after he joined the firm, but 2 months prior to joining the firm.
You got paid.
The resolution also claimed that Ravi did business to this firm at the Housing Authority. Also incorrect. The issue with the Housing Authority legal counsel has been addressed by HUD, and I highly recommend that you read the memo that HUD rendered to the executive director that admonished his actions on how the authority handled that matter.
Tell them this.
I ask that you refrain from any baseless accusations, as it won't be tolerated. I mean, you're going to be slanderous. And I think you ought to be careful because you're going to put the city in legal jeopardy.
Bhalla declined to comment on the matter when approached by HCTV. I'm John Heides with Hudson County TV. For more information, log on to HudsonCountyTV.com.